myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. You called to say that you will make it over to my place tonight. The office got you working late, and when you're off you'll be too tired. I don't wanna make a scene. You're just so good at what you do. It's selfish of me to think that I'm the only dream for you. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself.
sunshine and not a lot of rain. A whole lot of happy and not a single tear on my face. Pockets overflowing with what I need today. Doesn't mean that it's easy, and it isn't always great.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to day 2 of minor number 7 for ILG Cup Season 3 PUBG Mobile. I'm Shadeslayr, joining me is Flash. Flash, walk us through the flight path.
We're looking at a north to south flight path, very much towards the west, and it's going to be difficult to move to Kameshki, Yasnaya. So easy places to go: Zarki, Georgopol, South George, North George, Gatka, Hospital, Quarry, Primos. People can glide to military base and then maybe pick up a vehicle and go to Novo. So Novo can still be reached. Pochinki, Rozhok School, all there in play. And you can see a lot of teams have dropped towards the west side. There are a few teams who are moving towards the east. One of them is Entity. You can see Entity making their way through. They normally like going to that Yasnaya Poliana place, and looks like they are either heading towards Yasnaya or towards Talbur. Most likely it's going to be Yasnaya again for them. And Pixel, we know them generally liking to play that mill base, and they're going to pick up those vehicles from the bridge. Or maybe this time they have a different plan in mind, maybe wanting to go towards Farm Milta and go towards the bridge camp. But if I'm not mistaken, they are going to go. Oh, there's battle already. That is squad number 18 is fighting against squad number 20 over there.
Yeah, I think it's just initial bullets being fired. They probably spot them on the opposite side. Let's move into that action right now. Oop.
And squad number 18 versus squad number 20. We're looking at squad number 18 have occupied Watertown completely. And
Yeah, let's look at squad number 20. We have BD right now.
they did get 2 kills. So there are 2 people down.
Already?
Yeah, there are. I think one more squad would have come over here contesting the. To maybe take a vehicle and move towards the east side. So, because normally this garage does have a vehicle.
Yeah.
Right? So.
No, yeah. So I think we probably might have missed that initial fight. I didn't get to see it on the scorecard though. So we'll wait and see. But we see Legend. He spots out at least 2 players there from squad number 18. There's the knock coming in onto Shub. And they're going to charge up ahead, spray away with that M4. But he only has the iron sight. He does manage to land, I think, maybe a bullet or 2 there onto Con. He spots out Batman and Gadar as well.
Yeah, look at Gadar. He is spraying away with that. But he also gets knocked over there. And that's going to be 2 people down. Shub and Gadar are out. And let's see Byman. Byman, he's holding the tree over there at the side. He's waiting for the push to happen. But he only has a pistol. What's Byman going to do? Looks like squad number 18. 3 people down. Byman, the only person alive, and this looks like squad number 20 are going to take this battle easily because Byman.
They're scouting right now and they're baiting Legend. They want a Legend to be fired at so that they get to know of Byman's position. But Byman, trigger discipline. He knows with that pistol. I see 1 bullet. I'm not even sure if he has a reload available. So I think it's just a question of trying to be sneaky enough, survive for long. Yeah. I don't think it is even worth taking this fight, even if he does have additional ammo.
He's just scouting the place, he's just seeing them. He's just going to pray, hope and pray that they leave this place immediately. Because yes, now all is left is playing for those position points, and if he can rattle a few kills here and there.
So this is a 1 map qualifier game, right? So the only way you're going to benefit from this game is to actually come top 4. And if that is the case, there is no room to actually even try and snag a kill or 2 over here. He needs to survive, and the only way he's got right now is to just lay low. Ensure that nobody from squad number 20 spots him, and if he can survive long enough till squad 20 rotates out of Watertown, he's got an opportunity where he can continue loot up, maybe even go for a reposition, find himself a nice compound to hold, and then work his way to what would be an ideal top 4 finish to qualify for that semi-finals. Johnny,
Yeah, we had squad number 21 who was near hospital. Their squad number 6 was very close to them. Zero Light is just going to pick up that bike and move out of there. Otherwise, he could have been in trouble because two vehicles came straight at him. He heard that, he took his vehicle and he ran. So he does not want his vehicle getting stuck over there on the boundary. But nevertheless, he's not going to want to take that fight. They're just going to try and loot up as much as they can. I think they would have cleared out hospital by now. And they're going to move out from there and start taking those small houses and picking up whatever loot they can.
Alright, let's talk a little bit about the circle. It is going to be a very central circle. It does have military island, at least parts of it inside, military base, a part of it, and the rest of the mainland. We have farm, Milta school, Pochinki, Raza, Gatka. Right now, there's a lot of squads in the perimeter. We already have squad 10 who's moving up towards that mainland on boat. Squad 23, 14 towards the southern side, 19, 6, 21, 10, 8 all towards the western side. We have 22 up north. Yasnaya currently is being held by Entity for that northeastern border, and towards the western side we have ENCL. So most of these squads are at the edge right now. We'll have to see how many of them actually want to go center circle. Going there right now wouldn't be a wise decision, primarily because squad number 20, 11, 18, 24 are all already there. So ideally you want to move in before the rest of them can. And on Johnny's screen right now, I see Batman.
Yeah, we see MYM. They've taken that compound and Byman.
Last man alive.
Last man alive. He's gonna get fired on. And is he gonna stop? He shouldn't stop. He should just make his way out of here. Can Vampire get that knock? Vampire trying very hard. Bullets not connecting though, and he's not gonna get that knock. Byman, he's just gonna go scot free.
Yeah, that was in fact MYM holding that compound, and as soon as that vehicle heads out of range, we're gonna see Nova and others just continue looting up. MYM, a squad that has, I think, been with us since the first minor. They've been very close to qualifying. They've even made their way towards the finals, but unfortunately it's been that final hurdle that they really haven't been able to cross. And let's see if minor number 7 is gonna be that lucky minor where they eventually qualify for that online playoffs. Take nothing away though, Nova, Vampire, these guys have been absolutely amazing, but it's just the fact that they haven't been able to take that final
barrier,
step.
Yeah, that finals is that barrier which they're not able to cross as of now. But never mind, let's get back to the man, the myth, the legend, Entity Jonathan. So Entity is taking Yasnaya, no one there to contest at all. They're going to get free loot, and a lot of eyes are going to be on this man because there's a lot of, people wanting to see how an Entity has qualified for that tournament in America, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, I wasn't really aware of that.
Yeah, so Entity is going to be representing India.
That's pretty amazing, and a lot of onus on these young kids' shoulders. More importantly, that's a lot of pressure as well. You have your nation behind you. There's a lot of expectations in around.
That's the ESL tournament that Entity is qualified for, and they're going to represent India in USA. So that's going to be another good thing to see, and it's just to see how Entity has evolved as a team from where they were and where they are right now. A lot of hard work being put in over there.
Yeah, I think they have gone through a few roster changes as well from that initial Entity roster that did win, I believe, Star Challenge in India. But since then, one thing that has stayed constant about Entity Gaming is the fact that they've always been that top tier squad regardless of the players inside, and I think that is an onus that even the upcoming players are gonna have on their shoulders if they are part of this amazing organization. As of now though, I see a drop coming down. We have a Mark 14 level 3 West helmet backpack. We have Painkillers 762 and Pixel squad number 5. We have freaking gonna be able to pick that up. Hearse is gonna come in as well. Decent loot.
But today, looking at the squad of Entity side, I don't see Ghatak there today. So I can see Aman, Neo, Jonathan, and Viru playing. Ghatak. I don't know. I've not been in the scene for very long, so I'm not sure whether this is their main five, but nevertheless, this is now we're going to be following them throughout the ILG.
Yeah.
And it's going to be even more interesting to see how teams are going to progress. Like now, we know a lot of teams at the back of hand, like Team MX, right?
Yeah.
We've seen MX grind day in and day out, and they've put in so much hard work, and it's paying off for them when they're playing in like PMIT, when they're playing in PMCO. All that hard work is paying out. So there's so many teams like that have been playing ILG and have been getting a lot of practice because of that, and it's doing wonders for them. So
Yeah, and more importantly, they get a lot of info about their opponents, right? There is a lot of WOD content that they can study. You can look at drop patterns, looting patterns on both Erangel and Miramar. You get to know the kind of psyche that some of these teams have. And if you're a squad that has a lot of information like that, you can put it to good use. You can, and okay, hold that thought, TN.
squad number 23 who is bridge camping over there, and there's squad number 14 who's in mill base. So that could be a three-way battle, and only time is going to tell once the circle moves in.
Yeah, as now we're going to switch over to squad 6. I think they're somewhere near Gatka. They're surrounded by a couple of squads.
Squad number 19 is also there.
Yeah,
So-
there's in fact one player from 19 who's driving by squad number 6. Oh, they've come in hot! They've come in to fight this, and this is gonna be pretty interesting. They're gonna charge up. They've gone into the building, and Nikunj actually ends up getting knocked down, and Thunder's being spotted. He's gonna go for that hip fire across, trying to drop Red Bull, and no, he won't find the knock in. Both players just flushed out. The rest of the teammates are not even close.
I mean, Anshu, look how far Anshu is. He's nowhere even close. His two teammates are flushed, and now he just has to tuck his tail and run.
Yeah, that was a very low percentage play. That is something you will definitely get punished doing in these BO1 qualifier games, is the fact that there is no room for error. You're down 2 members. You've already lost your chances at least by 50%. But let's look at that drop. I see an AWM with a cheek pad.
It's a very interesting drop. AWM with the cheek pad, and look at the location. It is towards the western bridge. When you cross the western bridge, you cross that hill, there's a compound over there. So you can loot that and go take that compound. No one is there at that compound right now.
Yep.
And it is a very, very good drop. Anyone would want. It's a die. It's something to die for. I love the AWM, and it being in the hands of the right person can do wonders for you.
Yep, and let's talk a little bit more about the circle and where it's heading. It's going to go a little more towards the central area. Most of the squads already in. You can see a huge clutter forming there, and that is because there is still 18 squads in the server journey, and this is I believe this is phase 2 right now, so there's decent enough of space to be had for most of these squads without really being forced into duels. But all of that is probably going to change once the next circle is going to reveal itself, which is going to force some of these squads who are sitting in these compounds to rotate.
On the other hand, we see MYM. This time they moved off towards Rozok. They're going to take those vehicles and they're going to move out from there. They do see that Rozok was uncontested. They're getting as much heals and loot as they can, and they are pretty much going to go out there without any trouble. But there is one squad number 22. You can see them drive past by. I don't know if MYM is going to realize it, but by now they should have heard those vehicles coming in, and they have taken that compound. Now is MYM going to take this fight? MYM, where are you planning to go?
Now, I don't think this is the right time to go for this fight.
Now it looks like 22. Squad number 22 is just going to move out.
Yeah, they're going to head out. Maybe having spotted a certain few players from squad number 11 there. They don't really want to get anywhere close, take that risk in. But talking about...
They've taken a good compound. You know, this compound is a compound where you have so many houses and you have wall cover as well, and you have a garage, and it's spread out. So even if you're cornered by 4 sides, you can keep kiting people around those walls. So
Talking about risks, Entity Gaming, 2 players at least, just straight up pulled up between two squads, and two more players of theirs are also making their way in. Looks like Viru has sort of an idea of where the players are. He did look towards that warehouse.
And looks like Ash has spotted Entity. And Ash, he's going to fire that car 98.
Yeah, it's going to come down to if he's actually going to get a clean shot in. There's Viru.
Oh, he shoots at Aman. But Aman, he does not get any fire. He needs to be careful. Ash, he's still firing away. They've given up their position now. Jonathan is able to see them clearly.
Indeed. And Aman is going to move towards a more defensive stance there.
I don't know if
Entity Gaming are pretty much in the open right now, and they're susceptible to getting third-partied, so that they need to worry about that. But the shots coming back in towards Ash, they reply back strong, and it's going to at least put the fear of God in DC right now. Maybe get them to think, hey, is this really going to be worth it?
And two people peeking, all three peeking from the same angle does not make sense, because Entity, they've spread out completely, and if you do not look at other angles, you all peek from the one place, and that deep, that even if you have a car 98, if you miss that shot, that DP is going to do some damage.
Indeed, as moves over to Aman on that DP, who's trying to get the sprays in. But with the actually DP 4x, 6x, we all know Mortal and his prowess with that. Talking about DP, looks like ENCL Frizzy manages to find a knock with that DP.
Yeah,
Viru ends up getting knocked as well.
Yeah, he knocks Viru from this side. Hermit, just look at that. He has a different angle onto Entity. Now Entity now realize that there is someone in Pochinki, and now Entity sandwiched.
Yeah, and Hermit. Are anybody from NE looking to push this though? I think it's still way too risky. There is enough cover for
Squad number
Entity.
15. Squad number 15 is moving straight at them. Are they going to go straight into Entity, or they're being...
Yeah, they are. They're coming up and they're all getting slaughtered one by one. See ya, folks. Score ENCL. They were there for a second. They went the next.
2 seconds and Neo wiped.
Yeah, Entity shredded that squad. I think that is one of the primary reasons why in these final few circles you don't really want to be taking your vehicles, especially out in the open. Chances are it is just way too risky, and if you're not moving horizontally and if you're moving vertically straight at a squad, you're just going to be sitting ducks, and that is exactly what got punished there. Entity, no mercy, 3 kills. Neyu, Aman, Jonathan. Looks like he's found a knock with the Car 98. Smokes being deployed as well.
But look at how they're looting. Just look at that, right? They need that loot. They drop those smokes. They are not afraid. They know that they will also have some smokes. You can pick up those smokes and replenish your smokes. And looks like DC are getting fired by from another angle. And Aviberg, he's down. I don't know from where he's getting shot though.
Ooh, there is squad number 20 that has pulled up behind them right now. And Entity looking to reposition back out. They did shoot some bullets up at squad number 23. They've exchanged a bit of fire.
And they're changing the angle. Look at Entity move.
Yeah,
they're changing the angle over there right towards the side. If you give them an overview, you can see Entity 4 different positions.
And they would have seen the scorecard as well. The fact that a few knocks have gone down. So they really want to make this a duel with squad number 20 alone, pick up some kills. In fact, squad number 23 is actually already driving out of this fight. They don't want to be any part of this. As Legend is currently droned up, and that he spots out at least a couple of players, including Jonathan. Hasn't really fired in this direction. Now he does, and Legend
firing and whiffing every shot.
He's whiffing any shot, and now look at Neyu. Neyu and others have just charged up. They're going in. They want these kills right now. And squad did they already finish it up?
Yeah, they finished it up. But squad number 22, that's IG Venom. They're driving by and they're just going to like bail out and be like, okay, no more. I don't want this fight.
Yeah, they're gonna back off, and Entity
are
gonna add another 4 kills under their bag.
And squad number 24 also just bailed out. They're like, okay, chuck it. We're not going to take this fight. Looks like Entity wants to go in aggressively, and we are right now not in that position to take that fight.
Yep. But there is squad number 22 across the street, and it's being spotted. Neu sees all of them right now, and with the DP goes for the spray, but they are under cover behind the tree there. There's more spots coming across, shots being fired up, and Glitch.
Oh, he's getting shot from behind as well. He needs to get the revive in. Neo has a better angle. One more shot, he can fall. And Neo, they're going to make that push. Viru coming from the left. The squad number 20.
Yeah, they managed to get the first stage off, but the shots coming in through the smoke. They even gone prone. They've split up a bit to somehow try and survive through this. But the problem is they heal up, and within a fraction of a second, there's massive amounts of damage coming their way. They're forced to go into another heal, and that's keeping them pinned in this corner. Another nade comes through. This time, not as great though. Neu though, spraying away with that Scar L, looking for the push through, and it's gonna find Glitch. Edge of the smoke spots him out, and now easy fix is just gonna go ahead for that prayer. It's not gonna be answered. They find both flushes come through, and Entity Gaming continue to march on. 14 teams still alive in the server, but Entity sitting on 9 kills.
Yeah, let's look at the circle push, right? Has moved towards the west of Pochinki. It's that Gatka circle which we always dread. That open fields, Gatka, and you need smokes and vehicles.
Yep. And you need a lot of it as well. Not to mention, you cannot afford to actually spend all of it in one fight. You know for a fact it's going to be fight after fight after fight. So you need to be, one, efficient about your utility usage, about your ammo. Two, you need to always be able to constantly keep looting as well as you take those fights. That's how you're going to replenish those utilities that you've used in that previous fight.
It looks like squad number 16, FM. Oh, thank God he turned around because he spots one from squad number 6. Squad number 6 is firing shots on them. There are 3 people there. There's Joker, MIR, and Radio. They're tucking their tail and running. The vehicle's taking so much damage. Another 2 more shots and the vehicle could have blown off.
Yeah, Daredevil just barely manages to survive. You can see the smokes heading up. Very risky play indeed as we switch over to Vampire, who spotted the entirety of squad number 7 up ahead. They've already actually taken a couple of shots as well, so I'm sure squad number 7 is at least to an extent aware of where MYM is playing from.
Imagine how small the circle is, and we have 14 freaking teams in this.
The challenge is going to be to actually keep track of all the fights that are happening, but squad number 21 driving by almost a very risky play indeed, and they are taking in actually quite a bit of damage.
Squad number 8 right behind them as well. Squad number 8 moving into a circle. Mystic, he has to be big. If he is able to get at least 2 knocks over here, he might be able to do something for his team. He's caught out in a bad position. The squad number 11 on their left, squad number 21 coming from their right, and there's 8 behind them. Basically a bologna sandwich.
Yep, look at this. Chucky actually ends up going down. Mystic dropping the nade. How good is this though? It does make it to the other side of the ridge, and yes, it gets the knock onto Money OP as well as Psycho. Yeah, 2-man knock.
Now's the time, but where are his teammates? Where is Ranger? Chucky is down. Ranger's nowhere close.
Ranger's finally made his way up, and the decision now comes. I think Ranger charges. Ranger's gonna go for this. He's gonna go for the flashes. He spotted the first player out, ducks around. He has the AK, iron sight. He's gonna just go prone.
Mystic is getting shot from behind by MYM. Mystic does not know what to do. He crouches. Grim Reaper. They're getting shot over there. 2 people are already down.
And they've spotted on Mario. Ooh, the knock comes through and the flush.
But Vampire, he steals that kill.
Yeah, and squad number 8, they managed to hold on.
I don't know how Octa Ranger lost this. How Team Octa lost this fight?
Especially after that one nade which knocks 2 players out. I think that was pretty much it. It was just a question of having to push. But that split second decision for both players to actually go prone buys, in fact, a small window for squad number 8 to go out.
I don't know why they didn't drop. They knew MYM is on the right. They needed to drop smokes on the right and then move. So what happens is MYM got 2 kills over there. They were firing from there, those shots, and they were able to steal those 2 kills out.
Yeah, and Entity, they're gonna get into a fight themselves here. Jonathan's getting shot. Oh, Jonathan ends up getting knocked down. Entity being put under pressure, but the rest of their teammates are there. They're able to survive and move on. Let's quickly switch over. I see MYM is also heading up against 2 or 3 squads in this vicinity. I have squad number 21 in 0.
Aman's going for the rest. They have 2 minutes still. And only thing is, M1 is right in front of them. Squad number 14 on their left.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, there's another clash happening. Squad number 8.
Yeah, I think that's Venom OP and others.
Neo, he was alone and now he's knocked. And there's no way they might be able to recover him. They're going for it. They're going for it. They need to save Neo. I don't think Neo is even in the vicinity over there. Neo might get flushed out over there.
And let's have a look a little bit about the circle. Squad number 23 at the edge, going up against squad number 6. In fact, they spotted the first one. Yalla getting shot at. Monster as well as Sophia, both about 70% health. There is Red Bull who's already gotten knocked down. Ash doesn't really want to go for that flush just yet. Eventually, we will see Yalla lose one of their players. And there's smokes being deployed, so there's decent amount of cover. Ash, this squad is 3 strong. Squad number 23. Oh, initial long range. He spots him out with the Kar 98. The first shot, though, unfortunately, isn't good enough.
Oh, Aman, he's just driving below squad number 14, who's right in front of him. They've heard those vehicles, and the smoke is down. Is he going to take the fight? They're shooting onto Aman. Aman, he jumps off. He takes some fall damage as well, but he's spraying away. Viru gets the kill, however. Entity, 13 kills in this minor.
Yep,
He's
they
getting
have.
shot by MYM now, and now his vehicle is going to blow out. He needs to be careful. He needs to take cover as well. Move into the circle. Just look how close he is to die. The squad number 10 on his right.
Oh, and Sophia on the other side gets the first knock in, and I think squad number 23 are going to look to collapse in on this. It's just Monster who's alive there. He's still in the smoke. I'm not sure if they've spotted that. They see new smokes blooming up, but squad 23, I think with the blue pushing in, they're not really going to risk this. Monster has actually gotten into a vehicle, and they hear this. They know for a fact there is a quick position coming in, but there is no time for squad number 23 to commit in for this. Meanwhile, other side, Entity, they looks like they're gonna get ready for yet another long range duel. I see squad number 22, squad 6, in fact, Yella is heading in that direction. IG
Squad
Venom,
22 right in front of him. That knock comes in. They're shooting.
yep, oh, Venom survives, but now Venom, he's been spotted. He's gonna go for the flush. He's not gonna find it. Nicely done, and they manage to hold on there.
I think this is the first
and get
time
the
I've
res
seen
out.
someone holding a shotgun in that 5th zone in, and actually quite useful, the DPS shotgun. So they have roles. It looks like Entity has roles as to what guns they're going to keep with them. Because he could have had the entirety of different guns to pick up from the number of people they've killed, but he's still holding on to that.
Yeah,
shotgun.
but that one shot, one kill opportunity, right,
And close
is
range
absolutely
at the end.
massive close range. Works really good when you're even hip firing. You don't really need to go in.
Oh, that nade by Aman. It knocks 2, it wipes 2 people, and that's the end of team RD.
Yeah, let's look at the zone and where the teams are spread out right now. So inside this circle, we pretty much have only squad 23 and squad number 10. MYM on the top northern part. They're gonna have to move quite a significant bit to make it into this final circle. Entity is currently positioned up at the western side. Yella Monsters pretty much all alone. They should be able to find them and flush them out. But if they do lose their focus even for a second there, Monster can definitely take one, maybe more away from Entity before they do make it into the zone journey.
Yeah, on the other hand, let's see. Zero have 4 people. Entity have 3. Squad number 10 has 2. DC has 1.
Yep, as Jonathan, in fact, does not have a helmet anymore. He has himself an M4 and a Kar 98. He's pushed up. MYM seems to be getting into a fight here right now. They have Vampire as well as Cloak up in a buggy, and they're gonna move out. They're moving straight into Zero. Those Zero's been spotted out in the open. They're gonna try and run them over. I think one of them even got nicked in. They stop wide out in the open, out in the fields. That's such a risky play. Ballsy move. Let's see if this is gonna pay off. They spot Karma, spray away. Is gonna find the first knock in. Hope's gonna go down as well. Light's gonna drop really low. They're all melting, and they will eventually get the kill, but they do end up taking a lot of blue zone damage. But I think that's totally worth it. They found 3 kills. They're sitting on 4. They're only 2 strong, so they need to cut the playing field every single opportunity they find. Entity,
yeah.
on the far side, I see nades coming in. I think they've spotted out.
He did get a knock over there, but the revive is there because they have good cover with that shed. But they are in the zone. Just look at that. they are perfect and they have a weak. Now they're going to blow up that weak because they know the circle is so small that they can use it as cover.
Yeah, let's look at an aerial view of the 5 squads that currently are there right now. We have squad number 11, that's MYM, Vampire as well as Cloak. Squad number 6, Yalla, Monster is on the far side, he's all alone. He's been trying to keep himself alive, moving in the zone time and again. Let's see if he can actually crawl his way into that top 4 position and get the qualification spot. Entity Gaming on the far right hand side. I think they have... Are they 3 strong? I think, yeah, they are.
3 strong.
They're 3 strong, but they do have Abiberg just sitting straight up behind them. He's the man who can play spoil sport. He's seen the entirety of Entity ahead.
But look at Aman's position.
Ooh, he spotted Aman. He's seen him right now.
But Aman has cover of the rock. Who's going to fire at him? There's no one to his left. There's no one to his right.
Viru's being spotted. Aman's being spotted. Abiberg, though, he knows one knock here is going to mean nothing. This is the difference between playing in the semi. If this was a semi-final or a finals match, Aman would have been dead long ago.
Vampire should go down.
He should go down, but he's left himself way too exposed. Abiberg, still patient, still not doing anything. And Aman's just going to continue spraying away. And Abiberg's just sitting behind, he's like, clap, clap, clap. Well played, well played, well played. Can we knock more teams out? Before
But he goes Viru. He goes in the opening against that. Look, they've already hit the 20 bomb. We're down to top 2 teams. It's 17 versus 10. That's Entity versus GNT.
And we're going to move into...
NSTX.
Yeah, let's see how this plays out. 1v3. Oh, Raj is seeing Aman right now. Is he going to go for the spray? Goes for the wild spray across. He's going to drop him pretty low. But Raj, he's whipping shots in. And I think that's the opportunity. Aman's going to come charging up. Raj gets punished. And that is going to be Entity Gaming taking the W here. Chicken dinner in with... Look at the amount of kills. 8 on Aman, 5 on Viru, 3 on Jonathan, 6 on Nayu.
22 kills. 22 kills. And it was an amazing display to see. I mean, their accuracy is so good. Their firing is so good.
What was Raj doing there though at the end? He could have easily taken 2 players now, no questions asked. Especially initially where Aman was focusing on, in fact, Raj's teammate. I'm not sure, I think that was Mine Jr. was alive. But Entity deserved it. No questions there. They had an amazing show. And they're going to take the chicken dinner here. They move on to the semi-finals on Thursday. G and ST sitting on 8 kills. They have done enough as well here to qualify through. 4 kills on MYM. I think that's enough. 5 kills on DC in 4th position. I think it does just about enough to keep them ahead of Yalla and others. And I think this should be the 4 squads qualifying over to that semi-finals on Thursday. This is Shade Slayer as well as Flash. Take a quick break. Big shout out to all the sponsors. Title sponsor Alienware, powered by Logitech G. Associate sponsors Next Wave Multimedia Kaspersky. GP partner Galax. Energy drink partner Monster Energy. We will be back in just a bit with Group E matches. So do stick around.
I just want you to myself. When we go out, we don't get far, 'cause everybody knows your name. They stop to ask you how you are, but now our dinner plans run late, and I know your mother raised you right, so I don't wanna make you rush, and now and then can't help but wish this life was just the two of us. Oh, I just want you to myself. 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 You called to say that you will make it over to my place tonight. The office got you working late, and when you're off, you'll be too tired. I don't wanna make a scene. You're just so good at what you do. It's selfish of me to think that I'm the only dream for you. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself.
sunshine and not a lot of rain. A whole lot of happy and not a single tear on my face. Pockets overflowing with what I need today. Doesn't mean that it's easy, and it isn't always great, but it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. The picture isn't perfect, the road ain't always straight. It gets a little crazy, and you know sometimes we need a break. But it's better than it could be. It should be. Taking what we're given, we can't complain, 'cause it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, sometimes it's gonna rain, but I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a perfect picture, mister. You know that's true. But it ain't about what you say, it's about what you do.
Good. Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good.
Life is going like it should.
Life is going. Life is going
Yeah,
like it
it's
should.
all good. It's all good. When you know where to look,
Gotta know, gotta know, gotta
it's
know.
all good. It's all good. It's all good. Good. It's all good. Life is going like it should.
Life is going. Life is going like it
It's
should.
all good.
right, welcome back everybody to game number 2 of day 2. We have matches from Group E live from ILG Cup Season 3 PUBG Mobile Minor number 7. I'm Shades here, joining me is Flash, take it away.
And we are having this time a flight path which is quite different from what we generally get. It is a south-based flight path moving from the east to west and very close to Mill Base Island. So a lot of teams are going to have that access to the island, and let's see this time if we get at least 3 or 4 squads that go towards the South Island. But it looks like a lot of teams are moving north. You see squad number 5, squad number 18, they're taking Miltapar. Squad number 5 maybe looking at going to Mansion, Yasnaya. A lot of teams going to Pochinki, teams going to Gatka. Even Primos, Ferry Pair are going to be there in that in the zone over there for them to, in the during the flight path. The squad number 21 have taken a different approach. You can see squad number 21, one player has dropped in late just to see where the spread out is, right? And now he's making his way towards island, military base island. So a lot of teams are using that scout to see where teams are dropping so that they have a rough idea before they even start moving towards different zones.
I'm actually kind of surprised. Nobody till date, I think, in ILG Season 3 has attempted that parachuting around directly into the first drop. I'm not sure if that is a viable thing or if first up even possible in PUBG Mobile. I know for a fact I've seen people do that in PUBG PC. But yeah, that's something we haven't really seen. Hopefully, it is still possible and it is something we get to see in the future. But right now, let's move over to squad number 14. We do have them currently up at school. Squad 19 in Octane X is driving by. Very close to their location. I think they're heading in towards apartments by the looks of things.
Yeah, this looks like this might be Octane X's second lineup.
Yeah, it is. Very different from the names that we've seen the last time. Yes.
Yeah, so this may be their second lineup coming in over here. And Octane X, they are going to cross that bridge, go towards the north side of the island.
Which is completely vacant, by the way. The entirety right now is on this eastern side center circle.
And they should know no one can reach Severny that easily because of that flight path. So they should be able to go to Severny easily without any hassle. Maybe that's what they're going for, shooting range, then move to Severny. And a lot of other teams, teams have taken prison. No one's gone to Lipoka. But you see crawlers, they are near shelter. They're looting as much as they can from shelter, get that quick loot. Maybe they might want to start taking those drops after that, play for the drops. I've not seen many teams actually going for that drop play, right? But squad number 12, they've taken control of Mansion. Squad number 20, taking control of Yasnaya.
Yeah, and there's 2 squads actually very close to each other. That is up at military base. We have squad 21, TINF, going up against 16. That is a squad FT. And I think there's going to be probably a fight brewing real soon.
Yeah, squad number 21 have taken the C building, while squad number 16 on the other hand are there near the science building and stuff. They're going to try and get, because that's a faster place to loot. When you go to the buildings, you have to keep going each floor and trying and seeing what's there. Take some time. But squad number 16 will be geared up faster and maybe try and approach the fight towards squad number 21.
Yeah, just to give you an idea of how the spread looks like right now. Oh, D-Max actually ends up going down. We have Razor who's up on the roof, and with that DP manages to get the spray in. I think that's a 4x on the DP as well, so he's got decent range. He's gonna look for that long range nade. He spots Gravity out as well. Gravity's going down. One by one, Razor's just plucking them apart. And squad 16, look at how far Dread is. Dread is literally on the opposite side, and he's been spotted as well. Question though is, D-Max as well as Gravity, now they have some time. They can go ahead and find some cover. As Razor, let's see if he's going to be able to get the flushes, because
eventually... It does not even look like he's attempting it. It's looking like he's just going to run from there.
Yeah, he's going to let them be. FT are only 3 strong. So this is pretty much... This is pretty much
D-Max
FT's...
is down. D-Max is down. He can't do anything. Gravity, He's
Yeah, Gravity is also gonna bleed out soon, and I think that's a good decision by Dread. Maybe if they have four players in the server, they probably try that. But with Dread being the last man alive, I think they're gonna go for the high percentage play here. Without utility, there was no way he was gonna get anything out. And considering how early the knock actually came, I believe neither Gravity nor D-Max had any sort of heals on them. Even if he did get the res, maybe with like a smoke down, there was no way they're gonna be able to move away from that engage without Razor being able to knock them down again. So I think they go for the percentage play there, and with that, we do see squad number 21 TINF start strong here with 2 kills.
Yeah, they start strong with 2 kills, and Oreo, the only person left. He's just gonna bail out of there and run. Let's see what's the spread look like. Squad number 11 towards the west, looting those houses.
I think EXC is gonna look to jump in immediately onto some action. We see the players charging up there, up in Pochinki right now, pretty close to each other. Psycho Whitey, it's got himself a level 3 backpack, level 2 vest and helmet, 10 bandages, 1 first aid, 5 boosters. Could be better, could be worse, but I think just 7 minutes in, that is real good loot, and he needs to be careful. 23, they've occupied buildings across, and it is, yeah, they spotted at least 2 people there. Prasad not making it look like it was any sort of a surprise. Spidey is currently proned up inside, using that TPP to his favor. Let's see, I think it's going to be a utility war right now. EXC, if they have some utility on them and they can get some raining in that direction, maybe even a single knock might just encourage EXC to go in for a little bit more. But it's going to come down to if they have that utility in the first place, because peeking out in the open and trying to go for a spray onto one of these players would be unwise right now. Even if you get the knock, chances are you're not going to be able to get that full flush out, but instead you're going to leave yourself exposed for maybe an immediate trade, if not at least your positions given away, and you will have squad number 23 looking to pretty much running through their utility to see if there's any to kind of flush 24 out in the open. Prasad's getting shot at from Psycho there. With that, I think there's a hollow on the DP. Not the best of weapons, not the best of scopes to be fighting that range. But I think NF4D are going to be able to safely move out of this Pochinki area, which seems like EXC will be able to make it their own.
Yes, indeed. Squad number 23 is going to bail out. They're not going to take that fight at all, and they're just giving off control of Pochinki. There's squad number 9 also nearby, squad number 11, who's making their way. Squad number 23 might encounter squad number 9, but I don't know right now anyone would want to take that fight because these lobbies are massive. We have 20 teams there. And
yeah. With 20 teams in, I don't think it is. It would be wise to take any early engagements. From the fact that you want to hang on to as much heals and utility as you can moving into the final few circles, and secondly from the fact that you absolutely don't want to be in a position where you end up losing one of the players, maybe two, maybe more very early. We did see already one of the squads drop down to their last remaining player. Your chances are going to be pretty slim of making it into the Thursday semi-finals, if that indeed is the case, Johnny.
Yeah, squad number 20. They are holding Yasnaya Poliana Warp, and they're going to have quite good loot over here. They have level 2 helmets, level 2 vests, they have the AK, they have the M4. Things looking good for them. Got good heals as well. 5 boosters, 4 kits. So
yeah, I have GLC right now. Lemon Tricks finds himself a buggy. They are pretty much at the edge right now with the blue pushing in. We see Lemon Trick spots the blue, immediately turns around. It's got a fair bit of distance to cover. Right now up at hospital. He's gonna wait probably for his teammate Bazinga, who's still looting up the building on the western side to join up and move in towards the zone. We see an aerial view of squad number 11, that is Claw. Pretty much together. They have themselves a vehicle as well in case things do get messy. We have a drop going down that is on the eastern side of Razhawk, and it's an AWM with the tac stock, a level 3 helmet, west backpack. Unfortunately, this is an area that is completely isolated right now, and it is on the other side of the water. So squads who are looking to pick this up, they have to rotate around the water, maybe even through Yasnaya if they want to head in towards the drop from a very safe angle. Let's move over to squad 5 Crawl.
Yeah, so Brawlers, they have taken a compound which is quite central towards Yasnaya, and it's a good compound to take fights in different angles because you have different houses, right? Even if you get cornered, you can jump out and move to a different house and take a different angle, and the team might not know that you've already made the rotation in. And it looks like there's a clump up at Pochinki. And
Yeah, let's talk about the circle a bit. There are teams still in Zarki. That's cutting it close. And now with the circle moving a little more towards the eastern side, that's just so much real estate that squad number 19 has to cover. Lucky for them though, they have the vehicles. So rotating out is not going to be too much of a problem. But if they do end up running into some of these squads after them having taken some blue damage, that is when things are gonna get a lot tricky. I see a clutter starting to build up towards the southwestern part. You have squad 9, 21, 24, 11, 6 all up in a very tight area, Johnny.
yes, indeed. Squad number 11, squad number 6, they're all nearby. Look at that. Squad number 6, they're rotating outside and they know Hamrai is quite low. They did shoot some, they did fire some shots over there, but Hamrai and squad number 6 is just going to move out from there, not going to take that fight.
We're moving over to Razor as we have squad number 9 right up here, and he spotted them all. 1, 2, 3, 3 players being spotted out. Razor is probably signaling for his teammates to come through. There comes the vehicle, and now Razor goes for the spray and he whiffs the first shots in. That should have been definitely the first knock coming through, and now the teammates are coming in with that vehicle. The UAZ providing some sort
Look at the
of...
fire. Veer is also not.
Yeah, Razor finds the first knock in. Can he get the second? No, he can. Absolutely whiffs the spray. Initially should have had the first knock. Definitely should have had more knocks when his teammates do come in for some distraction. There's Slam, who's gonna go charging through his teammates. Is still knocked down. Fortunately for 21, they haven't gotten the full flush through. Slam still has no coordinates on the remaining 2 players in, which is why he's using the ridge up to buy some cover in. Smokes being dropped, and we see Pseudo God also moving out of the way. He's being spotted out. Slam, just wild spray through the buildings there. It's not going to pierce and reach any way possible. Daddy though gets picked up by the looks of things. So there is more players from squad number 21 who pushed in. Nade is good from Daddy. He's going to get the knock rather onto Pseudo God. Nade's being dropped from above by Slam, looking for the flush.
Dexter is trying to get the revive in. He does get the revive, and now he needs to play God. He needs to move in, and he needs to try and get that revive up.
But the problem for squad 9 right now is there's Daddy up front, and look at where Slam is. Slam perfect position to punish, and he will get the first flush out onto Pseudo God. They're gonna look to push in for more right now. At least there is a smoke cover at the entrance, but the Molotov is just cooking them all up. Kebabs for dinner today. First player is down. Dex is like, yeah, hold on a second, and never mind. The flames actually burn him up to a crisp, and Dexter right now inside the smoke. The smoke's still up, but the nade good enough indeed.
Very good utility usage coming in for squad.
That is one of the biggest problems of getting yourself stuck inside one of these shacks. is so easy to drop in utility, the nades, the molotovs, and flush you out into the open. I don't really know about the decision from squad number 9, but I do know for a fact they didn't have too many options there. Squad number 21 were immediately ready with the flank with one. I think there was Slam who pushed in all the way across from the left side towards behind where squad number 9 was, and eventually they do end up going down. What are you seeing on your side, Johnny?
Yeah, we see squad number 8 and squad number 14 are at the battle of school and the apartments, and no shots fired. They just know that the presence is there. And squad number 5 is on the opposite compound on their right. So crawlers have also taken a very important compound. And this is looking at the circle right now. Not much fights are going to happen. We're going to wait for the circles to clump up a bit more, become a bit smaller.
Yeah, I think right now we are going to be in a position where we see long range pokes coming out. Teams are going to go fishing. They're going to try and get some of these squads to use some of their utility, use some of their meds, but that is pretty much going to be it. We're going to have more clarity on the teams also are going to have more clarity on what they really want to do once the next circle reveals itself. Talking about circles, let's have a look at the zone pushing in. John, you walk us through.
Yeah, you see squad number 12 is right in the center. They've come to the drop, and all this everyone's moving into the circle. They're moving in from east, west, north, south, and now it's going to be a little clutter towards Rozok and towards the hill of Pochinki. But as of now, people are still not going to take fights. They're just going to play safe, wait for the next circle to move.
I think that squads up at the hills of Pochinki, they've been there for quite some time now, and they've all found themselves decent spots to hold. Like I said, it is just long range poking, looking to see if you can find an advantage, a good enough one, which you yourself don't need to finish it. At this point, we are at a stage where you don't have to kill half the server to make it into that semifinals. You just need to survive longer than most of your opponents.
And just look at the circle. Just look at that.
And if talking about squads 8, 14, 5 not having to move, that's not about to change anytime soon. Those guys are gonna be like, hey man.
It's just like the game that ended at Rozok, where there was that one building above the mountain where there were two squads. They were so lucky. One was holding the first floor, the other was holding ground floor, and the circle kept coming there. And at the end, the person on the first floor had the advantage because they had the roof access as well. Every team kept cluttering in over there, and he kept spraying them down from the roof. They ended up getting some 18 kills.
Oh wow. And right now, squad number 24, they're driving up against squad number 12. Shots being fired in this direction. EXC. They do manage to take some damage their way, but mostly they're doing A-okay.
There's squad number 15 as well. Squad number 12 trying that car 98 shot from the vehicle, but now they're being chased. Squad number 24 is chasing them, but now they got some fire from squad number 15 and they stopped. So they're not going to take that fight. They are going to reposition themselves in the circle. This is just phase 3. So still 1 minute on the clock for phase 3 to end. For the circle to start moving in. And OctaneX is just going to loot that and move back.
Wait a second. There looks like another fight happening. Squad number 24, they've pulled up straight up next to where squad number 14 currently is. Squad number 14 is like, hey, we've got a nice little space to hold. No one's really going to come challenging us. Squad number 14 says, hey, hold my beer. I'm coming in right here, right now. Let's go. As they've taken up the same compound.
It looks like squad 12 is basically drop hunting. They're moving from one drop to the other. This is the first time I was talking about drop hunting and that strategy. Not many teams actually do that, and we're looking at Blizz.
Oh, look at this as well. Mad actually comes out, drives all the way across into the same building that has Jarus. So now Ybuff is looking for the people
and look at this
from above.
Squad number 12 also, they're also making their way towards the apartments because they're getting shot from behind. Now they don't know what to do. They're circling the space. They're just moving with vehicles. They're not even taking any cover. Now they're going to get into that house and look at the fight. Squad number 24 versus squad number 14.
Yeah, I think there's a fight happening on this side as well. The nade tossed in, does get one knock in onto Saini, and with squad number 24 down to I think only 2 players. At decisions time. 24, I think they need to push. They spot the player out, and Prince just gets shot out in the open. Then they're going to continue firing away, get the full flush out, and that's a big kill right now. They need to keep the numbers in their favor, and they're going to be able to do so as we continue on. The nades coming out doesn't really make it all the way back, but Jaris has got a huge knock. And let's see if 24 actually want to fully push in. I see a nice aerial view out from 24, 12, 14.
The drop is on the right. There's crawlers towards the east, and there's team 14 and 24 towards the west. There's going to be a standoff.
Let's move over. Squad number 23 up against squad number 7. This fight's already broken out. Both these squads have, I think, 1 or 2 players knocked out. So the honors right now, decisions, is do you go for the flushes or do you go for the heals? And we've had the clarity on this multiple times. You go for the res in such a situation. The numbers game.
And the zone is also moving.
Zone's also moving.
This zone is going to do quite some damage.
Yeah. Zone's actually going to start to bite real soon. So Prasad and others need to move as well. Looks like Katan should be able to safely make it out. Prasad spraying away. Actually gets blocked a bit there by that trailer. And squad 23. Spidey is also going to end up getting knocked down.
Look at the beautiful positioning of squad number 20, squad number 7. They've got 23 by there.
Yeah, they've caught them by the balls. There's no denying that. And now Prasad needs to go for the hero play. He's all alone. What does he do?
Oh, Ketan is just repositioning himself. And now he has better view. Spidey, he's down, the vehicle's blown. And Prasad, the only person left over there.
Yeah, last man alive officially right now. And he's been spotted out as well. Katan spraying with that DP. He's not really able to keep up. But with the AK, shots hurled in towards the UAs. And Prasad is going to be able to survive that and drive on. And we might be seeing some fight inside the zone as well. As we move over to squad 17, that is Heat. He's going in for the quick rotate around. I think they're just on a scouting mission, looking for more. Warp comes in with a knock as well. Itachi going in for the heal. They're taking up again. I think they're fighting up against squad number 12. That is on top of the hill right now. Who Octane X. This is the alternative Octane X, but looks like they've gotten one of their players knocked in as well. Brave gonna end up knocking himself down. Way killer incident. If this server wasn't challenging enough already with the amount of fights that we are seeing, it's just about to get a little bit more. We look at Tron.
Tron, he's just right in front of TJ. He knows there's one person there. He knows the smoke is dropped, but he does not know where to push because TJ is prone. And if he gets knocked out, there's no cover for his team. His team is very far behind.
And he does spot out Titan Shroud. There does TJ quick spray across. But yeah, that's a long range spray in Shroud. Actually, moving out in the open, that might just have been a bait play there. Eventually does get TJ knocked in. There was Tron, who's now desperately looking for the flush, and they will find the flush.
Yeah, Tron is able to get that kill.
Yeah, and there is now squad number 8 that is creeping up against squad number 18. And I think this is probably the opportunity for them to push in for the finish. If you can, Johnny, if you can just quickly bring up the zone. I just want to point out, there is 16 squads inside this tiny zone, Johnny. 16 freaking squads.
50 people alive, and now finally the count is dropping, and they're going to drop like flies.
They're all going to drop like in a pinch of a second, right? There is going to be fights everywhere. There's going to be third party, fourth party, fifth party, sixth party, seventh party, even if needed. We move over to Daddy.
Is out.
Daddy, not cool. Not anymore, at least. He's going to go down. And look at Rohit. He's sitting out in the open. He's like, yo, I'm getting shot at from behind. Where are they all? Tron's like, yeah, I spot him. He's
Yeah,
going to take some shots in.
He takes some damage over there. He's going to now heal up. He did see Jarvis peek over there.
Yeah. Jarvis was speaking up against Brave, and he turns around, ends up getting the knock in. Actually, some damage in on the other side, and now Jarvis, as he gets into that buggy, he's gonna get shot at. No mercy whatsoever. You shoot at people, you get shot back. As we move over to Warp, this is a squad that have actually have been seeing.
They've
People
been getting knocks, but
yeah, they've been
not
getting knocks, but
they're not
got
getting kills.
one kill only. As okay, we quickly switch over. We see squad number 24 on the rotate, then drawing a lot of fire. In fact, driving straight by squad number 5, and lucky for them, they managed to hold on to the numbers there. Squad 5, not really sure on how they didn't manage to find more kills in there, but looks like Claw is gonna end up getting one of their players.
That nade is good. And Sangwan, he gets one. He's gonna make that push. He's gonna make that push onto the vehicle. There is Pure standing right behind.
Taranopi is gonna go in for, I think, a first aid. Does he have one? Does he not have one? I think he does.
Anuj? Is Anuj down or is he healing? Anuj is next to them.
Yeah, look at this. Anuj is gonna, Sangwan's gonna come up. He's gonna
blow himself!
And he gets knocked down. What? But at least he has his teammates there, so I guess that
14 seconds. They need to get the res fast.
Yeah, they need to get the res and they need to get it fast. Let's move over and look for action elsewhere. It's just such a small circle. I expect there to be fights happening non-stop in and around. You see Somu, who's slowly creeping up against squad number 7, who's also driving up in that
shots
direction.
being fired. Demon spraying away. Flash goes down that hill. And Flash also, he knocks one, but Flash is also down. Somu is maybe going to be in the open. He's quite open over here. He needs to go get that, but the blue zone ticking so badly. Is he just going to end his life by taking a fight over there? Does not want to move into the zone?
I think he wants to take this kill. He's like, hey, if I'm going out, you're going out as well. There's a player.
What?
Oh no, what? You go. He gotta jump off the vehicle.
But you can't use the first aid.
Yeah, I think there's way less time. That was just a comedy of events there. Meanwhile, we jump over to Warp, who's getting pressured in by squad number 12. And they do have some smoke cover. They have the blue behind them, so they can't protect it. But Movira, no!
Look at the spray. He gets the knock onto Mirage.
No. You can't do that. You can't go out in the open.
He's moving towards Itachi near the smoke. Banzu needs to be careful. There's Itachi. Does he not see Itachi? Oh, that is the wrap up coming in by Hunter.
Easy wrap up indeed as we move over to Crawl right now. And we have Jarvis, who's currently been spotted. And
yeah, Hunter. He has his aim on him. He's using
like, peek out right now, and we've got
But he should realize he doesn't have a helmet himself. The squad number 13 on his right.
Yeah, he's got himself a measly hat right now. The only thing it's saving him is from probably sunburns.
And his dignity.
And we have Roach, who's also charging up. I see him, I think a couple of knocks also in on the far side. Squad number 15. So now one player just goes sandwiching through 2 players from squad number 5. Maximus, bye-bye. Drops down, and Crawl's gonna be like, thank you so much for the kill. Wait, did Crawl get the kill? Yeah, they did. For a second there, I thought there was TVPing. There's another player from squad number 15 also coming through. And they're gonna be like, yeah, sure, come by. More the merrier, let's go. He's taking
Look at that fireworks. It's looking like there's Diwali happening.
Yeah, and long range OP, one bullet. One bullet is all he needs. He's gonna try and blow up the buggy, but that's not gonna secure the kill. So that's gonna be squad number 5. Not gonna find the kill just yet, but we move over to another fight on Johnny's screen right now. We have squad 22 sitting up. More shots being fired. OP. One knock comes in, and we still have squad. Oh, he manages to get out just before the vehicle blows up. Looks like Raid is eventually going to go down. He's not going to be able to crawl back to safety, but Myth Noob is in a better spot. Is going to be safe here for now. And they've spotted more players on squad number 12. They're not getting ready here for that third party. They were just so tunnel visioned in, looking at the squad straight up in front. You cannot afford to do that when you're in the fields. There's just way too many angles that you need to worry about. You need to drop those smokes, and you need to play around those smokes. But squad number 12, they were just concentrating on Titans there, and Titans gonna walk away probably with the snags here. The reses do come out.
The knock potato. Someone tried to push him in there. That was drawn. He gets killed.
Yeah. For a second there, I thought that was an opportunity for Titan to push through.
11 kills on Octane X.
Yeah, 11 kills on Octane X, and there is.
Oh, he's getting shot potato. He's taking fire from the right. He's taking fire by squad number 22. And squad number 13 is also
Yeah,
on
squad
top.
number 13 has good vision in as well as we switch.
22 versus 13 is going to be a good fight.
Yeah, 22 versus 5 as well. Squad number 5 is looking to get involved in this as well. We have 5 squads remaining. Squad number 5, squad number 13. We have squad number 12. We have 18. And where's the last? Oh, there's 22 who's up.
13 seconds. Now this is going to be the battle. 22 versus 13. They're not in the zone. Who's going to make the move first? One of them is going to get wiped out. Maybe both because of the zone. Because this zone is going to bite like a bitch.
Indeed. As we look over,
at this.
okay, the zones come in and now they charge out. No Mercy charges out. So does Adi, but he hears him, and there are already 2 players who are knocked down,
Look at
and they
the
charge out. Adi, they just shoot each other, and I think eventually,
They're also going to fall.
yeah, they're also gonna go down. Yep. Thank you for playing. See you a little later. It's just
Roach also takes a fall over there.
that was unfortunate. There's 5 squads remaining. Chances are one of those 2 squads don't make it, but Camper finds a nice knock in, and he's gonna go for the full flush out. We'll find it, and we're down to the top 3 squads right now. Squads 5, 12, and 18 gonna go kicking at it. We're gonna see Camper. Does he have heals? Okay, he does have first aid, and he should be using that up anytime soon. There is Octane X still surviving with I think 1 remaining player. It's a 3v1 situation right now. It's gonna come down to if Camper really wants to take this fight up against Crawl, or is he just gonna wait around for Xbanzu to reveal himself? Because if I am Camper, one thing is I don't know how many players are alive as of now. So do you really want me to expose my position trying to get kills, or do you want to play for position? I think we are at a situation where he knows for a fact one team has numbers, and he's just going to wait it out. I think analyze if he can spot out different squads and then take a fight. For now though, the zone's pushing in. He's the one at the edge. He needs to move, and he needs to move fast. The rest of Crawl are also gonna hit the deck. Pro goes down, and he's gonna reveal himself. He's taking so much blue zone damage though, but Sangwon is gonna pick up from the corner, and he finds the kill in.
Sangwon needs to pray that one bullet does not touch him. The blue zone coming in, but that was
it didn't
still
matter.
Yeah.
Xbanzu also took some blue damage in, and Crawl eventually will take the chicken dinner. 12 kills, a very strong overall performance coming in from them. But look at Octane X. They're gonna close out with 12 kills, even more than the chicken dinner squad. But they're gonna come second regardless. Both teams are gonna
have
qualify
12 kills.
over.
Crawl also has 12 kills, Octane X has 12.
Oh yeah, both of them have 12 kills indeed. While Titans in 3rd position are going to
Top
end up
4 are
with
secure
8 kills.
no
8
one
kills,
gonna
top 4, 3 kills in, just about enough to take them through as well. UKO7, unfortunately, they're going to end up a little short. Don't go anywhere, do stick around. We will be back with Group F. Team X Spark is going to be taking the stand. The Shades as well as Flash, BRB.
just want you to myself. When we go out, we don't get far, 'cause everybody knows your name. They stop to ask you how you are, but now our dinner plans run late, and I know your mother raised you right, so I don't wanna make you rush. And now and then can't help but wish this life was just the two of us. Oh, I just want you to myself. 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 You called to say that you will make it over to my place tonight. The office got you working late, and when you're off, you'll be too tired. I don't wanna make a scene. You're just so good at what you do. It's selfish of me to think that I'm the only dream for you. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself.
sunshine and not a lot of rain. A whole lot of happy and not a single tear on my face. Pockets overflowing with what I need today. Doesn't mean that it's easy and it isn't always great, but it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. The picture isn't perfect, the road ain't always straight. It gets a little crazy, and you know sometimes we need a break. But it's better than it could be. It should be. Taking what we're given, we can't complain 'cause it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, sometimes it's gonna rain, but I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a perfect picture, mister. You know that's true. But it ain't about what you say, it's about what you do.
Good. Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good.
Life is going like it should.
Life is going
Yeah,
like it
it's
should.
all good. It's all good. When you know where to look,
Gotta know,
it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Good. It's all good. Life is going like it should.
Life is going like it
It's
should.
all good.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, time for the final map of the day, and what a way to close it out. We have God's Reign as well as Team X Park, both in the server. Johnny, take it away. Show us what the flight path's looking like.
Yeah, the flight path is towards, again, this time we're moving very much southeast towards right southwest. And a lot of places not going to come into play easily, like Zarki, Shooting Range, Serenity, Stauber. You can move to Kameshki, but you can still go to Yasnaya, Rozok School, Pochinki. I mean, if you want to go, you can go anywhere, right? Pick up those vehicles and go. But easy drop places are Pochinki, School. Hotspots are going to be maybe Primos, Mill Base. Definitely people are going to go to Novo. At least one squad should make their way there. But right now, looking at the likes of the people in the server, people are definitely not going to take those early fights.
Yeah, they've in fact quite a few squads dropping late and heading towards, I think that's Military Island. We have squads 7, 16, which include, it's God's Reign, by the way, is going Novo, while we have TX heading towards Military Base. So we might see these two squads fight it out a lot earlier than you would expect. Majority of the server though is still heading towards the main island. We see a decent spread. I see squad 23 heading towards Primosk. There's going to be a couple of teams by the looks of it in and around Ferry Pier as well. I see squad 22 as well as I think that's one solitary player from squad 14 heading towards Gatka. And we see a lot of action towards Rozhawk though. I think that is where I expect to see at least some action early on.
Look at the number of squads. There's squad 9, 19, 21, 17, 11, 20. And look at the circle. The circle is bang in the center. And it's mostly going to be in the mid-island and towards maybe Pochinki, Farm, Milta. I hope not. I hope it doesn't end at the Gatka circle, please.
Indeed. Let's move over. God's Reign, I think, is the first squad that will be taking up this fight up at Novo, as they are up in personal along with Rising Stars. They don't really have the best of loot just yet. Because they did drop all the way southern. I think only 2 of the players did head in towards the containers. The rest of them are having to scavenge out in the open. We can get an aerial view of where the players are spread right now. God's Reign sticking together as 3. We have its KK, a little bit split up from the rest of his teammates, but look at where Batum is. Batum's been spotted. Its KK is easily able to get back to cover. And he's using TPP right now. Let's see if he actually is interested in taking this fight up. I don't believe he wants to. He knows where Batum is, but no idea on the positions of the rest of the players. Squad 7 are so split up right now. They're playing 2-2 split. There's 2 people up inside those apartments, 2 people out here. And God's Reign, if they can find these knocks in, it will most certainly be flushes, Johnny.
Yeah, you can see Batum, he's trying to get some info. And now he hears the footsteps coming straight at him. He needs to run. He needs to find his partner. Otherwise, he's going to be in a lot of trouble over here. You can see the quick response.
Yeah, and he hears, he's getting shot at as well. They're just charging up. And I think it's Manu who's going to come up right next to him with the shotgun. Instant shot to the face. It's going to get him knocked down. Daksh does get knocked though. So let's see if Manu is gonna use this as bait. He knows there will be one of the players, and he sees the trajectory of that nade go down. Oh, its kick is down as well from the nade. That's big from Laser, but Laser's charging up. I love that bait play. He stepped out for a second, forces Manu to stand up. I'm not sure if Laser spotted that on his POV, but Molotov does come through.
The res is going to come.
Bait does manage to make it all the way across, and that should be the res coming out from Laser. Daksh also gets resed in. So God's Reign, they take a breather here. They say, hey, let's pick our player up. Let's get our bearings right. We've only spotted 2 players as of now from Squad Summit. We might get sneaked on from behind as well. So they're going to play the information game right now. They're looking for those third-party interactions. They want to see if they can some info on them as well before they do go ahead and hard commit into this. But all things said, yet to see a kill here in Novo, Johnny.
Yeah, right now we still yet to see a kill. It was a stalemate. but the aggression is still there. The teams are moving in aggressive. Just look at squad number 16, how aggressive. God's reign.
Ooh, Twister. He comes out and he spots the player out there in the corner. They gotta jiggle peek him and they get the first knock through.
Look at this. Frag from the other hand. Almost wipes out Daksh. Daksh, he gets knocked again. And Laser this time is knocked. Now
Yeah, and
it's
he's gonna get lasered down. They get the flush out as well. It's KK. Probably wants to make a move in on here. There is Baitem on the far side. We have Subversion who's gotten knocked down. Daksh will be picked up. But one of the players, I believe that is Laser, did get that, get flushed eventually. Let's see if they're gonna go ahead and push into this though. Both teams taking it a little easy. Manu though moving out into the open. Unfortunately, Frag dead there. Didn't find...
But look at it's KK. He's going wide.
Yeah,
he's going wide. He does not want to give the rest to them. The cover has to come by his teammate. And Baitem needs to play very, very careful for his team. Look at Manu.
He's the one who needs to buy time,
coming.
right?
Yeah.
As Manu's also gonna go pushing through. He's very close to where currently the duo of Frag dead as well as something. Oh, he's gonna get shot at from XKK! Raining in from above. He spots that pixel angle and he's gonna punish both. He spotted out Baitem as well. But this is disciplined play. XKK knew for a fact that he spotted out another player there, but he did not go ahead for that fight immediately. He's waiting for the teammates to come through and they will eventually get the full flush out. God's reign, 4 kills in the bag. First squad out of the server already up here in Novo.
But look at the different approach this time Gods has taken. They generally go mill base. Okay, they don't come Novo. They go mill base. But the last time they went to mill base, they met Team X. And looks like they don't want to take that battle at all.
That is adjusting to information, right? You don't really want to be put in a situation where you have to take that unfavorable fight early. Most of the top tier squads know for a fact.
Bad cars are back.
Yeah, the bad car is back. And TX right now, they're just scouting out the bridge and the in and around areas. You don't really wanna move in completely blind, and mistakes like that eventually, even if it does not cost the entire squad wipe, even losing 1 or 2 players this early in a stacked server is gonna put your odds down of making it into that semi-finals on Thursday. And that is one from the fact that the big difference being the final few phases from what we have seen this week to what we have seen previous week. Phase 4, phase 5, there's still so many squads alive. There's a lot of third partying happening all the way around. Numbers are everything at that scenario, and the more you have, the more chances you have of making it into that top 4 position. And TX are just pretty much doing their basics right. Johnny.
Yeah, on the other hand, squad number 21 in Yasnaya are up against squad number 6 over there. That's Foul. But Foul only have 2 people. And squad number 21 has 3. It's going to be 3v2 battle. They are taking some decent loot over there in Yasnaya. Level 3 backpack, level 2 vest, level 1 helmet though. But they have the guns they need. They have an M4s, they have Tommy guns. But they should not be making much noise over here because it's going to alert squad number 6.
Yeah, they're not too far away from 6 right now. As we move over to school, where we might have another standoff happening. We have squad number 5 right now up at school. 19 currently holds the apartments on the other side. Sahil is going to get into the Dacia, and I think he's going to move it into a more safer position away from the vision of squad number 19. And they actually, second thought, they might just look to move out of school entirely, just trying to make his way through that crack in the compound. And driving up in this direction is going to take him straight up against Neon. It's going to move a little more towards the left, and I think that is going to prevent squad number 5 from being able to be spotted there by one of the remaining players from squad 9 up ahead, Rozhawk. The decision now comes though, where exactly do you want to go ahead and set up? There is the squad house where they can camp around for quite a bit to get some info, and I think that's the decision. Squad number 14, what's happening, Johnny?
Yes, squad number 14, team BRTLX are next to squad number 12, and looks like squad number 12 has only 1 or 2 people around, and squad number 22 are also in the vicinity. So the fight first is going to be 14 versus 12, and then maybe 22 might take advantage of it.
Yeah, at the current positions of the players from squad number 14, in fact, I think there's Jassi, who's right now all alone, by the way. Yeah, there is, of course, 3 of his teammates who are driving into this position. He does have 2 teammates come in, Slayer not too far behind either. So Jassi might have been in a tricky situation if he did get caught out while the rest of his teammates were in transit, but now I think he's going to be feeling a lot more comfortable. And let's see if squad number 14 actually look to take this all in engage. We do have Arslan coming very close up. Let's keep an eye on him as we look for fights elsewhere. Looks like a couple of squads are looking to go at it. Squad number 21 is also close to taking up a fight up against squad 6 by the looks of things. Let me just quickly take you over in that direction. Oh, the blue is pushed in.
Shots are being fired, and Jassi, he's going to pass by squad number 14 very casually. He's going to enter the zone, and Arslan, he's not going to pull that fight. He's not going to pull that trigger. He has enough heals to take him through to the next zone. They have the vehicle as well. There's squad number 12. He hears some footsteps. Is he checking the right? No, squad number 12 is just going to make it safe, and squad number 14 are going to pick up the vehicle and they're going to move from here. They're not going to engage in this fight.
Yeah, now we move back over to Yasnaya Polyana, where we did have squads 6 and 21 having a standoff between the two. And I see RZ Sahil finding a couple of knocks as well. Not really sure where that's happening. Oh yeah, in fact it is up in Yasnaya itself.
But squad number 8 is just going to tuck their tail and run. They're not going to take that fight. They are near the edge of the zone. They're going to heal up and then they're going to move from there.
Yeah, but squad number 6 might not have similar luck. This looks like Garath is actually pretty close to where Levy is. But Levy, he's got the TPP going there inside the building, proned up. He's going to have the jump on when squad number 21 looks to push, whether it is visuals or whether it is audio. Levy is going to be able to communicate this with his teammate, and let's see if squad number 21 actually goes for this duel, and if they do, will they provide Levy with individual duels? That is, of course, the biggest nightmare when you do go up against squads that have lesser numbers, is the fact that you always want to have trade potential. You don't really want to be walking in through chokes. You don't want to be walking in one by one and provide that opportunity for those duels to be won by a certain individual. But squads, let's move on to squad number 24, that is Synergy Gaming. They're moving out into the open right now.
And Synergy Gaming, Major Alpha, SVR, we did see them play last event. Squad number 13 moving across. SVR spraying away. And squad number 13, are there any casualties? Yes, there's one.
One player gets knocked there. I think that was pretty much the last bullet. Knocks him down. And let's see if that should be the flush. Squad number 13 do set up shop though on the far side. And with that, I think this is pretty much go time. Look who's behind them though. It is God's Reign. Then they're in a position not too far away from where squad number 24 is. Squad number 12 continues to drive away, and Twister is gonna get an opening there to spray up. Manu gets a look as well. But squad number 12, I think are gonna be in a pretty decent spot. Their vehicles actually caught some smoke up. They did flames. In fact, gonna blow up. Excellency goes down. They've gone straight into squad number 24.
Squad number 12 has also gone next to squad number 13.
Yeah.
SVR, he gets a knocked over there. Major Alpha. Now squad 12, 13 and 24 are in a triangle lock.
Yep, this is gonna be interesting indeed, as Jassi continues to drive away out in the open, and I think he should be able to get that flank hit. But if he continues in this current trajectory, he's going to run into squad number 13. They're spraying away, and Jossie needs to just keep going right now. He should be
they blew
safe.
up the vehicle.
Yeah, it
Vashu, he gets 2 knocks because of that.
Vashu finds 2.
Now's the time. They're taking the vehicle. Looks like they're going to make through. Veeri. SG Servi, he's going to make his way right over there. The res is onto 1. The second res is coming in. They need to get the heals quickly. And is this going to be a blunder?
Look at Joker though. Joker's got decent HP. They all come with their bait. End up lining up. No, the trade is good. Nicely done indeed. Perfect synergy. Squad 24. If they were a little late in getting off that vehicle, he could have just slaughtered them all right there, Joker. But
so for all the viewers who are wondering, we saw this team with a different initial before. This is team side PSY, right? And now Synergy Gaming have taken that roster in, so now they are a sponsored clan by Synergy Gaming. And that is where I was like, Major Alpha. Yes, it is PSY. It is PSY. So Synergy Gaming taking over the roster of PSY and put them under their banner. Looks like good. They played that well that they got recognized, and this is what the Indian scene needs.
And
teams that are playing so good, getting recognized by different organizations.
Alright, let's move over. Squad number 5, Sahil. I think he's got 2 players below him, and they're gonna go charging into this building. Sahil is they're just too strong right now. So I think the decision to just play it passive is the right one. They've got severe numbers disadvantage. Atul is knocked below. Sahil is gonna charge through. He's actually just trying to get some nades through into that corner there. There is nobody in that room. Unfortunately, Sahil does not have that info. On the ground floor, though, we do have that's Garath, who's going to go for the res. Question is, can he get the full res out, though? Squad number 5 not too enthusiastic about pushing it into this ground floor. So I think both these players do have sufficient time to get the first aids out as well. Maybe some boosters in. And do you really want to go pushing up, since they're also only too strong? So it's a 2v2 inside this building with squad number 20 looking from the far side.
It looks like the Molotov is going to be dropped. The squad number 5 also.
But it's going, it is going towards the ground floor, and it's gonna pin Garath into a corner. And same goes with Atul as well. They've not really got too much room to maneuver around. Garath's being spotted though from that window sill there at the edge, and Criminal and Co are gonna come pushing through. They probably want to make a play here. Squad number 5, this is their best possible opportunity. Rez is coming out. I think Garath should be able to res back out. They turn around. He's still in the corner. He gets the res. I think he managed to get something out there eventually.
Atul gets 3 knocks.
Yeah, he gets 3 knocks in. They just walk in one by one. He was going for the res onto Garath. I think he manages to get it.
C9, they are out.
He was in the corner and he survives for so long there. Garath didn't really offer much, but being bait. He was all alone there. Shots being fired in his direction and Atul able to clean up. And now RZ Sahil. This is a squad that is just sat up there, by the way. They've been in this building for a long time, even before Squad 21 made it here, and they know they're only too strong. There was not the time to take a fight. Maybe now it is. There was that window where the player was knocked and Atul was low. Could have been the ideal opportunity to push in 2v1, but RZ, they decide to play it patient, and that has maybe provided an opportunity now for Atul to think about making the push himself. But that leaves an opportunity here for Sahil to actually drop down if they actually do make it towards the roof. So let's see how they're gonna play this out. They're gonna drop down regardless and try and get the jump. But Atul and his friend are gonna sit in the corner here. They don't see this. Atul spraying away. Eventually Atul goes down. What? The squad that actually got the 1v3, they barely managed to knock even a single guy in this time around. And RZ,
And
all
RZ
that
had 5
patience,
kills already.
yeah, all that patience paid off right there. That one single play is totally worth it for them, because that was an amazing fight coming out from the I think I don't even remember the number right now, the previous squad, but it came to a situation where it doesn't matter. You're not going to qualify on that team wipe alone. You need to make it to the top 4 position, and not playing the numbers right there is going to cost them. And eventually, I think this. Okay, so squad number 15 TX, they're taking in some damage by the looks of things. I think they run into RZ. They will get the knocks out and the eventual flushes. So squad number 8 is up next for, I think, a little bit more on the eastern side, if they do continue up along the edge of the circle. Talking about the circle, Johnny, walk us through what the circle is looking like and where the teams are currently spread out.
So the circle is bang in the center. You have Pochinki. The fields all around Pochinki is basically either going to be a city end or up in mountains or open fields. So there are not that many buildings if you go towards the north side, but towards the south side, yeah, there is quite some cover over there. On those hills, there are few barricades where there are few houses and cover over there. So there's enough cover for. Look at the circle move. It moves damn bang south.
And
that's
look who's
about it.
in the circle. It is TX and God's Reign. And let's move. Alright, let's move over. Squad number 22 up against squad number 5. Smokes being dropped here by squad number 5. They are inside right now the squad house. And
Squad number 12 and squad number 10 might just be in very close proximity to take this battle. There's only just one person left, and there's squad number 10 nearby. The squad number 10 nearby. So this is going to be fun.
yeah, we're gonna keep our eyes here as the zone pushes in. Squad number 19 also coming through. Squad number 12 at the edge. Squad 10 is also, I think, checking the corners there. And Jassi is just gonna sit. He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna make any noise whatsoever. But I think there is a bigger fight happening. It is God's Reign versus TX. Scout spotted Daksh. Shots raining in. Tap, tap, tap. Manu's up on top of the building. And Ronak needs to be aware of squads pushing in from behind as well. Squad number 19 has actually drove right next up. Paradox is out in the open. The vehicle gets immediately blown up though, but Paradox is into the building. He is safe. So is the rest of squad number 19. So now Ronak, I think, is split apart from the rest of his teammates. So is Scout. And do they really go for a rescue mission right now? Do you drive in? Do you take this fight up against squad number 19? I think they do. You're gonna have to give up on this fight with God's Reign. There is more impending danger coming in from behind, and you deal up with this situation first. And squad number 22 is also looking to get into this by the looks of things. I see them driving by God's Reign, and Scout OP actually gonna go charging in. He's like, let's go boys, let's go right here, right now. He knows where one of the players is. He spotted the player, in fact, moving into this exact same compound, who's actually moved out now and is using this bust up UAZ for cover. And squad number 9 is also gonna go driving by. Some sprays coming in from Scout OP. And oh, the knock comes in. I think that's squad number 9 who's pushed up right now. Then they're still continuing to fight against. And there's an opening right now. And Emperor is going to get knocked in by Scout OP. And he's going to go in and get the third party going in. How much more can he find? He's going to find the flush out onto Paradox. And he's just buying time now for the rest of his teammates to also come pushing in. But this man is one-man army. Let's go. He's gonna go charging through. Backup has arrived. Up through the corner. He's gonna go for the spray. He's gonna find the knock, but he does get knocked down himself. That is huge. Let's see if there is an opportunity for the res to come out. Always is gonna go for this. For Pro pushing through, but Ronak is providing cover through the corner. Beautifully played. That is teamwork, ladies and gentlemen. They force away Pro from making the push through and they get the res. Ronak inside the building as we look for Lance, who's making his push all the way across. There is one res required. Lance, is he going to full commit to this? He's got one of his teammates knocked down. I don't think there's opportunity enough for the res. There's Parutosh looking up from behind, spotted by Lance, but I think he goes for this. Win or lose, he's gonna come through and he's gonna go Ronak. What if he survives through? He's gonna make it back in. Scout up, he's getting rezzed up as well. But the reses are not coming in for SWAT. SWAT's in such a world of trouble right now. And now they're just gonna come swarming through. Tag team, go down. Bye-bye. He is out and TX gonna survive, but the danger's not done just yet. There's, I think, one remaining player from squad number 8. That is Star Killer, who's pretty close. He's been the silent spectator. He's been watching this fight brew. I think it was a grand total of 3 squads there. And Starkiller's thinking, hey, should I really be going in for this? He's the last man remaining for his team. And I think the situation comes where he says, it's all right. I'm just gonna be happy just staying alive. Probably gonna end up pushing at the edge of the circle, moving in and shadowing where squad TX is currently going. We're gonna move over to God's Reign right now. Johnny, take it away.
Yeah, we see Daksh. They spotted squad number 14. Squad number 14 is over the hill. They get that vehicle burst, and squad number 14 needs to be careful. They are shooting onto Daksh. Daksh is not able to get the knocked out, but Manu gets that clean in, and now they're going to take cover and get that heal and move out from this. Though the old house is not in the zone, they're getting fired from above.
Yep.
That's squad number 15, that's Team X. Scout, he does spot this out. The knock-in comes out.
Yeah, the shot comes in from OA, spots out Twist, the knock comes through, and Daksh is so low as well. And TX knows there is blood to be had. Nades on the ready. Long range, is it gonna connect in? I think it's pretty good. It's gonna come through, not make it all the way across. Maybe if it tumbles down the hill, they would have managed to pick that up, but Daksh still survives. God's Reign, they've lost Twister, the first player down. Ronak, meanwhile, I think he's found Daddy there up as well. They're spotting up squad number 24 in the open. Always continues to spray away, gets a couple of bullets in. Parutosh is taking in a lot of damage and he gets knocked down. But fortunately, he is up in cover. They can't really go for that immediate flush, and always should be able to get the res out. Johnny.
Yeah, Daksh, he's playing it carefully. He knows his team has gone behind. They cleared out the previous squad that was shooting them from behind. They're going to get that loot and start coming in with Manu. And the circle, Daksh is in the circle. There's no tension for him, but there's squad number 24.
And Always is going to go charging up. They drop the UAZ blower up, but unfortunately, it is just too risky to stay out in the open and continue taking that fight. And looks like they're going to go for a quick
yeah, look at
relocate
Vashu.
back out.
Vashu is caught up. He's pincered over there. He's getting fired from behind. He needs to get those bandages. They don't have heals left. And now Oasis, he's planning the vehicle to bring it a little bit more close to get that cover in.
Yeah, that is good cover there. He's gonna cover himself up from one side, and with the vehicle blown up, he can now concentrate fully on squad number 23 alone without really being in bad. Manu gets spotted, but it's Vashu who gets knocked down. That is an amazing spray coming through. Vashu should get picked up real soon, but God's Reign showing us again why they are the masters of aim. And Parutosh spraying away. I think he spots out a couple of players from squad number 23. There, 24 up below. They do have decent cover.
Look at the spray down coming in by SV. He gets one knock. He's able to do quite a lot of damage. No one is falling over there, but they're going straight into God.
Yeah, they're just chickens right now. Siri just lines them all up, and he's gonna find 2. Meanwhile, I think Parutosh manages to find another from above as well. A knock comes through. Scout OP finds Jassy. Jassy was in fact all the way at the edge of the circle on the far side, crawling through. He's like, hey, don't mind me, I want this position. CV is actually gonna go pushing through while Parutosh spots out players from God's Reign. Manu is down. That's a big knock in. It's KK's being spotted as well. Spray's coming through. Gets KK, just barely manages to get in on the other side of the ridge. He's got cover. Daksh going in for the res, and Parutosh is gonna take a breather here. He's gonna go ahead, get some bandages through.
Look at Oasis. Oasis is coming towards squad number 24 near Major Alpha. The res is coming in by Survey. He has to leave Survey to help him.
Yeah, and look at, they're taking split fights right now. He's gonna go for that pre-fire across. Parutosh not really finding anything just yet. Scout OP, those spots out. Siri, the nade coming through. I'm not really sure he knows that Siri is right here, and with that jump spot he definitely has. Scout though is sitting at about half HP. He's gonna probably take a second there to heal back up as we move to the push coming through. Paratosh pushing through. He wants Manu here. Manu, the last man, like sprays and through the smoke. He's not gonna spot him just yet. Manu coming out. Manu's being spotted. This might be it. God's Rainer out. Paratosh cleans up 1v3, charges through, says, hey, I've got your back. You can look for Sirvi and
But Major Alpha, he cleans up Ronak and now it's 3v2.
Yeah, it's 3v2 indeed. Will TX take the victory here? Sirvi has had an amazing game thus far. He's been spotted on your ghost for being a scout. Not good enough. And it's gonna be the chicken dinner for TX. Wonderfully done yet again. TX proving us that these one-round qualifier games, no problems, man. We've got this. Amazing teamwork there. And I love the fact that usually what happens is when you see these clutter of teams all the way around, you want to stick as 4. You want to say, hey, let's concentrate on this team, we take this down, and then we look at this team. Then we took it. That wasn't the case. We saw TX isolate themselves up 2-1-1. All of them are taking isolated fights, but they took smart fights and they eventually take the chicken dinner here. And how many kills is that? 21 kills. 21 kill chicken dinner indeed. And with that, they've stylishly taken that, what are that, a semi-final slot up on Thursday. SG though, take nothing away from these guys. That's 19 kills, second position. Strider, Washu, Major Alpha, Sirvi, these guys played out of their mind.
Synergy Game is going to be very happy with them looking at
Yeah,
these games.
yeah. And God's Reign, of course, as always, a championship squad. It's going to come in third position. Unfortunate there at the end. Situations where I think Manu there at the end with 2 of his teammates knocked down, just had to go for the Hail Mary play. And just not nearly enough to probably go for that chicken dinner. But with that, I think we've come to the end of day number 2 here of ILG Cup Season 3. PUBG Mobile Minor number 7. Thank you so much for all the people who tuned in. We've had an amazing day of games. We will be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We bring PUBG Mobile action live for you every single day. You can join up and play these tournaments for free as well. The link is in description. All you need to do is join the Discord channel, hit up the admin, say, hey, I want to play some amazing PUBG Mobile as well. I want to go up against TX. I want to go up against God's Reign and others. So, yeah, registration's fully free. Go ahead, check those links out. Big shout out to all the PUBG Mobile admins of ILG Cup. They've been putting their work day in and day out. And, yeah, they've been the people behind the scenes. But, yeah, they've been the people who are getting these games for you. This is Shade Slayer as well as Flash signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the matches today. We will see you folks at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Until then, goodbye and good night.
When you walk in the room, it's still, and you can't see nobody else. I'm not the only one who feels that switch inside my body change. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. When we go out, we don't get far, 'cause everybody knows your name. They stop to ask you how you are, but now our dinner plans run late, and I know your mother raised you right, so I don't wanna make you rush. And now and then can't help but wish this life was just the two of us. Oh, I just want you to myself. 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 You called to say that you will make it over to my place tonight. The office got you working late, and when you're off, you'll be too tired. I don't wanna make a scene. You're just so good at what you do. It's selfish of me to think that I'm the only dream for you. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself. Oh, I just want you to myself.
sunshine and not a lot of rain. A whole lot of happy and not a single tear on my face. Pockets overflowing with what I need today. Doesn't mean that it's easy and it isn't always great, but it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good, it's all good, it's all good. The picture isn't perfect, the road ain't always straight. It gets a little crazy, and you know sometimes we need a break. But it's better than it could be. It should be. Taking what we're given, we can't complain 'cause it's all good. It's all good. Life is going like it should. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. When you know where to look, it's all good, it's all good, it's all good.
Yeah, sometimes it's gonna rain, but I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a perfect picture, mister. You know that's true. But it ain't about what you say, it's about what you do.
Good. Yeah, it's all good.
It's all